This is Alan from Plangora, and we have our question of the week. And now our question of the week is, why did we choose Flutter for our mobile development? Well, there's a couple of very good reasons. One is that with one code base, we can basically compile to several different platforms. Of course, there's iOS, there's Android, but we can also compile for desktops such as Windows and Mac, and I believe Linux is also supported. Not to mention, they're really pushing web, and also the upcoming Android Fuchsia operating system that's coming out soon. Another reason is that we can actually easily drop down into code. So one of the things that I was a little bit hesitant about when I came to using any kind of mobile development that's not the native SDK is I'm worried that I can't use the latest features that say, like 3D touch from iOS or something of that sort. But actually with Flutter, I'm not worried about that at all because you can easily drop down into native code. We've actually done this before. We've integrated with both Google Fit and iOS Health Kit. And also we use this to integrate with a robot using their SDK, using Kotlin. So it's quite interesting how deep you can go. Another thing too is that it actually compiles to native code. Now you may think, okay, not such a big deal, but actually it's a really big deal. If you ever play with with reactnative, it's actually using a JavaScript interpreter underneath and just using the mobile part to render the outside UI. But with Flutter, it's actually running native code on the actual device, so everything just feels very snappy when you play with it. The other nice thing too is that when you want to build complex UI, it's extremely easy with Flutter. In fact, I'm going to have a couple of videos showing how to actually use Flutter to make some more interesting UI pieces. And I was never really good with making custom controls, even with HTML, CSS. But with Flutter, I'm really not afraid at all, and I've made quite a few interesting widgets. But probably one of the really great things out there is that it does support hot code reload. It's really amazing when you make a couple of edits and you just save the file and immediately you can see the changes. A lot of times when I'm working with my clients, we are going over design changes and they make some choices and they say, well, how would that look, this and that. I can just pull out my Flutter device and just connect it, and I can make a change right there, right in front of them, and save it, and they can see it right away. And it's really helped me with prototyping new things and just making edits to existing applications. So once again, we have one code base, and we can basically make this app work for different platforms. We can easily drop down to native code, so that way we never need to worry about missing out on the hot new features in each platform. It compiles to native code, so it's always very snappy. It's extremely simple to do complex UI. And hot reload really changes the game when you're developing code. You can actually see the changes as soon as you hit save. So again, this is Alan from Plangora. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks. Bye. Hi. Please feel free to ask us any questions about Elixir, Flutter, or anything else in programming. Here's our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll answer your questions every Friday. Ya man tai ge dak man all. Yo wenti ji da wen wo.